Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the second video in my all about SDLC, the software development lifecycle series. In the first video, we learned what SDLC is, why it is important, when to use it, and what happens if a company doesn't follow it. If you haven't watched that video, I suggest you check it out first to understand the basics. So let's start with today's video. We are in the today's video, we are going to see the main seven stages of the software development lifecycle. So as you can see here, there are mainly seven stages. The first is requirement collection, second is analysis or the feasibility study, the third is designing. In the designing there are two parts, architectural designing and second one is UI or web designing. In both of them having sub parts called high level designing and low level design. The fourth stage is software development. Fifth is software testing. After the testing, deployment, installation, or the releasing of the software to the customer. And end or the seventh stage is maintenance. So we will go through each stage briefly just to get a basic idea. I will explain who performs each stage and share one example so you can understand how it works in real companies. In the upcoming videos, we will discuss the types of SDLC models like waterfall model, spiral model, VNV model, prototype model, agile model, and the next version of agile model is rapid agile model. And see how the stages fit in each model with small differences. So, let's take a simple example. Imagine a client from bank. Imagine that one client from the bank, consider it as a Citi Bank. Okay, the client from the bank come to a software company and says, "I want a new online banking system for my customer." Okay, what he wants? Online banking software. Okay. So the client came to the software company and says, "I want a new online banking system for my customers." So the already, so most of them have accounts in bank. So each bank has their, in the current generation, each bank have their one online application where the app includes some features like the basic feature every app has. They are like login and some other features. So the banking app have features like login, checking the balance, transfer the money, checking the history, payment history, so the pay bills, and some new features are like QR payments and all. So to make this project successful, the company will follow the SDLC process. Okay, so let's see how each stage works with the simple example. So the first stage is requirement collection. We have seen this example. Okay, in the requirement collection, the bank, the client or the team member from the software company will go to the client who wants this software and ask him what are the features he want in the online banking software. So he will give some requirements. His requirements are like, his requirement will be are like, uh, means some features he want in his app are like, first he want basic login button. Okay, um balance check option, transaction, transaction history check option. So fund transfer and more he want is like bill payments and many more features that the software have, the banking software have. So in the first stage, the requirement collection stage, the team collects all the requirements from the client, like what the software should do, what features are needed, and what problems it should solve. So we will going to perform the stages. The first stage, that is the requirement collection stage, is handled by the business analyst or the product analyst. Okay, so what will be the job of business analyst and the product analyst? Their job is to communicate with the client, understand what they need, and prepare a clear list of the requirements the client wants from the software. Okay, so next stage is analysis or the feasibility study. As we have seen the example, in this what happens in the analysis or the feasibility study. So the members who are going to build the software or the company will check how many users are going to use the app, what technology is best for the security, because it is a banking related app na, so the security is must there, and what technology is best for the security, so how it will cost and how long it will take. So men, in the second phase, in the second, that is the analysis or the feasibility study, the company will check multiple stages or the multiple studies to whether to select the project. The stage will check that whether to select the project or to reject the project. Okay, by analyzing some things such as cost, time, technology, and many more like this. So this will be happen in the analysis of the feasibility study. Means in this, after collecting the requirements, um, the next step is to analyze if the project is possible technically, financially, and operationally for the company or by the company. So we will going to perform the analysis and the feasibility study. They are There is a team who will going to do this analysis or the feasibility study. The team include business analyst, product or project analyst, project analyst, or architect, HR team, or the finance team. Okay, so these people make sure the project is realistic and worth starting. The next stage is designing. So as we have seen in the example, that in the designing phase, the architect designs how login and transaction modules connect, and UI designer creates apps, screens, buttons, and layout. That means the designers designer will going to design the different features that the client want in that software. So Designer designs the features just like login. And he will going to create the button for the login, or will going to design the web page, that is the user interface for the clients, login feature, buttons, layout, and modules, different modules. So means what happens in the designing phase? In the analysis or the feasibility study, the project is approved or rejected. If the project is approved, the team moves to the design stage. The designing part is divided into two main parts: architectural designing and UI or web design. In the architectural designing, how the system will work internally and how data will flow is handled here. This will be handled by the software architect. And in the UI or web designing, how the software will look and feel for the user. That is for the customers who are going to use that software. Okay, so we will write here. This phase will be handled by the architect, and the next will be by UI UX designer, or we called it as web designer. Okay, so the next stage is software development. After the design is ready, the development team starts writing the code. So, in this example, the fourth stage is, we are seeing the fourth stage, that is the software development. In this, the developer build means the developer will going to write the code for each and every feature. In the designing phase, they will going to only create the buttons or the and going to give the buttons to select some feature, or the layouts or the models. But in actually in the software development, it will the developer going to write the code for each and every feature. So after clicking on that button, the feature will going to work. Developer going to write code for going to build or writing the code for login, fund transfer, means whatever the features that we have added in our what are the features that we have added in our software, or the client want from the software. So the fund transfer, like payment processing, see, and other features, other. So in the software development phase, the software is developed by the developers. The software is ready in this phase. So the who will going to perform the stage is like, software development phase is performed by the senior developer, junior developer, and fresher. Okay. In this stage, in this software development stage, the software is fully developed by the team. Okay. This is the stage where idea turns into the working software. So after the software development phase, the next stage is software testing. After the development, testing is done to make sure everything works correctly or not. We again go back with the example where the fifth stages are software testing. In this, the testers check if the login is secure, money transfers work correctly, and notifications appears properly. Means he will going to check that the features that we have, the features or the options that are developed by the developer or the designer, is it working correctly or not, or is it going to give some errors, or is it lagging, or is it not working correctly. So that will be handled and tested here at the software testing phase. So tester will check each and every feature is working properly or not. That will be done in the software testing phase. So who performs this stage? The software, the senior tester, the junior tester, and the freshers. So after developing and testing, the next phase is the deployment. We can say it as installation, and also we can say it as releasing of the software to the customer. So once the testing is complete, the software is released to the customer. We go back with example. So in this phase, the app is published on the Play Store and the App Store for the customers to download and use, or the app is released by the company to the client, or it is uploaded or published on Play Store or App Store. So the we who will going to perform this stage? This stage will be handled by the DevOps engineer, IT engineer, release engineer. In some of the companies, the engineers who are releasing the software is called as releasing engineer, and installation engineer. Okay. So the the DevOps engineer, the IT engineer, release engineer, and the installation engineer, they handle the deployment and make sure the app runs smoothly after its launch. After releasing the software, still needs updates, bug fixes, and performance improvements. So, go back again with the example. In the seventh phase or the seventh stage, where the maintenance, the client come back to the company and ask that I want to add some new features in my software. Like already in the app, they are not QR payments and all. So in the new app, he want options like QR payments, and keyless payments are there. Like without any password, we can up to some limit we can do the payment. So he wants some features. So in the maintenance stage, the software developers and the software tester will going to again work on that. Okay. So in the maintenance stage, the extra new features are added or updation of the software is done. Then here. Okay, so who will going to perform this stage? The maintenance stage will be handled by the software developer and the software tester. Where developer and the software tester. So all these are the common in all SDLC models, but the way they are followed changes from model to model. So we will going to explore that in detail in the next upcoming videos. In the next episode, we will start learning about the types of SDLC models, beginning with the waterfall model, the most traditional one and the basic one. You will see how these stages fit into that model step by step. So that's all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also, follow my Instagram handle Anuvar's Tech, where I will share all the notes related to this topic. The link is in the description box below. And if you have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.